Okay, so we'll start the session with a quick introduction, right? So this is a awareness kind of session where it's not a demo session, but it's basically a uh, kind of let you introduce, right, to the course, right, new course. But it will be a lot of kind of information you will be getting through this session, and it will be really helpful for everyone, right? Like you're a data engineer or data scientist or any data professional, right? So this demo session or this awareness session is going to be really helpful. I'll quickly let you know what all we are going to cover in today's session. But before that, let me quickly introduce myself, right? So who am I? I think most of you have already attended many of my previous data science batches, or maybe you are first time you are getting a chance to know me, right? So I have around 9.5 years of experience, right, into data science and software engineering. I started my career as a database administrator, and after my master's, I switched to data science. I am currently working as a staff data scientist in one of the Fortune 50 company. Prior to this, I was working with a lot of other organizations, right? I completed my master's in machine learning. Mostly my specialization was recommendation engine, right? And after completing my master's, I came to data science world. Uh, yeah, so currently I'm also pursuing my PhD in mostly my domain will be NLP, but it's not yet decided. So I just enrolled this year. This is my professional experience coming back to the teaching. I'm very passionate about teaching, and I mean, with respect to data science, I am into this for last 7 years. I was a visiting faculty in Reva University, Bangalore. I am a visiting faculty in multiple engineering colleges here in my place where I'm staying, and also with respect to DURGASOFT and all, I am with them for last 2 years. So multiple batches we have completed. So this is a kind of mostly I was taking data science classes last in DURGASOFT for last 2 years. Yeah. So this is my brief introduction. Coming back to the session, right? So we are going to start. So let me tell you first why this session is for, right? So this session is to let you introduce to the course that we are starting mostly first week of January, right? We are going to start a course called Machine Learning for Everyone, like on cloud, machine learning in cloud, right? So, I mean, you can tell this course is basically it's a ML Ops, machine learning operation course. And this term is very much kind of confusing term for many of you, but you know this is a one of the most trending term. If you go to internet and search, I myself I'll tell you. So I am a data scientist, and I for last 1 year I'm trying to upgrade myself in order to kind of uh, just 1 second. I'm getting a call. 1 second. Yeah. So, yes. So coming back to the curriculum, right? So basically, you can say it's a ML operation, ML ops course, but we will be doing entire ML ops on cloud, right? And the platform will be Azure. So I have done a lot of R&D before starting this course, and honestly, I have at least searched the internet like 2 days continuously. I'm searching, and a lot of courses. I have downloaded the syllabus and everything, but none of the courses are kind of complete. They are kind of, in a way, they are kind of completing the entire stack, I can say, right? So, which tool to pick and which tool to skip, and how much is needed, how much is not needed, and what is important, what is not important, because it is a kind of multi-dimension, like it is a kind of multidisciplinary field. So you need to have knowledge on data science, you need to have knowledge on data engineering, right? So designing a course and kind of delivering it, it's a very difficult kind of task. People who are very expert in data science, they might not be knowing the deployment part. People who are very expert in software engineering or DevOps side, they don't know the machine learning part. So getting an instructor, getting person who are expert in both, it's a very difficult thing. And when you start designing a syllabus, the difficulty is you have bunch of tools, lot of options, For each and everything, you want to package your model, you have tons of tools. For scaling out, you have tons of options. For reproducibility, you have tons of options. For monitoring, for kind of deploying, so you have multiple options in each and every step, right? So it's again a very vast and very confusing in terms of which tool to pick. Same with the DevOps, right? It's a bunch of tools. So here also, but there is a lot of difference between MLOps and DevOps. I'll explain all of that. So what you will get at the end of the session, at the end of this session, we will have a proper demo. This is just an awareness session, as I'm saying. We have like 1 month to go, right? So I will have one more demo before 2 weeks of the course, two weeks before we start the course, around last week of December or maybe first week of January, when we will have that kind of demo. So in that demo, I'll kind of tell you some applications, in the sense some project demo I will show you, right? Working models I will show you, and also the syllabus in a complete detailed way I will explain. But today's session is mostly about clearing your doubts. So a lot of people actually, they don't know what is MLOps, what is DevOps, what is the difference, what is the requirement, why you need to deploy models. Like a lot of confusion you people have. So the main agenda for today's class is not kind of sharing anything else apart from letting your confusion clear, right? So let us start with a very simple thing, right? There are two, I hope my screen is visible to everyone, right? So when you come to your different, am my screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay, I did not prepare any slides or something which I can actually could have done it, or maybe I will do it when we will start the proper demo. But this is a very casual kind of discussion, and I think mostly I am here to answer your questions, right? So all of the audience I can divide into three categories. Few people are already working as software engineers. So maybe this is not proper. Let me sure. Just 1 second. Right? Yeah, so you can see my screen, right? Yes. So so entire audience, right? I can divide whole group into three categories. The first one is people who are very expert in software engineering, right? So this is, first of all, this course is not a course for beginner. Like when you have enrolled for the data science course, I have told there is no prerequisite. Anyone can enroll because I will take you from scratch. The course that we are starting, we are not expecting a person who doesn't know Python at all, a person who is not from software engineering background. I think for them, this course will be little advanced. Why this course is little advanced and who can enroll, what is the prerequisite, what we are expecting you to complete before you enroll for this course, who are the audience, what you will get from this course, everything will be clear in today's session. So that even if you today, if you are not ready, so in this 1 month, you can prepare yourself. And when we start the batch on January, right, that time you will be ready, right? So entire audience, first group is your software engineering people, right? So who are software engineers, or maybe I can say in a new terms nowadays we have called DevOps. So DevOps is nothing but kind of new upgradation, right? You previously you were software engineer and now you are also kind of operationalizing the code. So you have also the DevOps knowledge like Docker, Kubernetes, and all that things you have upgraded. So software engineers or DevOps engineers, right? The second category is nothing but the data scientist, or maybe people who has taken the course under me or somewhere else, and they know the data science stack, like you know machine learning, you know deep learning and all, right? You have taken a training and maybe you are working, and I don't know, like you are from data science background. And the third person is nothing, the third category is nothing but people who are working as a data analyst, or maybe you can say data analyst or data science, same, like I will write here. And the third category is nothing but people who are basically from the data engineering background. So again, you can say here, data engineering, data science, DevOps, everything is kind of, it's coming under the same stack, I will say, right? Two category of people are there. One is software engineering, data engineering people, and one category is data science and data analyst people. And this course is designed for both. right? This course is designed for both. Why? Because there is something lacking in each thing. And if you, I will show you, maybe after the demo is over, or maybe after this writing is over, I can go to Google, or you do this task today. So you go to Google and kind of download, right? Download any of the JD for data scientist or any of the JD for data engineering. So what is lacking? So these people, what is their major task? They are creating the ETL pipelines, right? Extraction, transformation, load. In very simple manner, they are creating the platform on which the machine learning or data scientist people can work. For example, they are creating the database, they're maintaining the database, right? They are creating the data pipelines, they are maintaining the data pipelines. Once the model is deployed, so they are helping machine learning or data scientists to deploy the models, and not only deploy, like maintenance, CI/CD pipeline, everything they know, automated process, right? So everything they know. So they are doing everything, but they are like the delivery guys. For example, let's say I'm the chef, right? I'm preparing butter chicken, and you are the person who know everything, like packaging you are doing, delivering you are doing, everything, but you really don't know how to prepare butter chicken. So you are always curious to know, okay, I am delivering butter chicken every day to this place to that place. I'm maintaining the packaging and everything, but I don't know how to prepare kind of butter chicken. So that is like they are working very closely with the data science people. They're kind of deploying their models. They monitor their models. They're helping them to create the pipeline, but they really don't know what is machine learning. So they, if you worked like you can relate to it if you are a data engineer. You in real time you will be working with SQL. You will be working with NoSQL. You will be working with kind of cloud platforms. They're very expert in cloud. They know. CI/CD pipeline, or basically the DevOps platform. They know they are expert in SQL and databases, right? NoSQL and SQL, right? They are very expert in language like Python or Java or Scala, right? They are very expert in kind of big data stack like Spark and all, right? Whole things, what they are doing is the data analysis model, the data models, right? They are actually helping the data scientists to build those, not build, but maintain those models. Always you will be curious, okay, machine learning models I'm deploying, but I don't know what is machine learning. You can see the data scientist code, but you are always, there is a curiosity within you. Can I also understand this code, what that person has written, right? So these people, they want to learn machine learning, right? This category of people, what is lacking? Machine learning is lacking, statistics is lacking, deep learning model. So whatever knowledge is required, the modeling knowledge, that is lacking. But the deployment and other thing, they're expert. Now a data scientist, till before 2019, they're happy with the Jupyter notebook, even including me, right? I was very happy with Jupyter notebook and PyCharm, where I will take a data set and I will analyze and I will show my results, maybe a Power BI dashboard, or maybe I some kind of local app I will create and show it to the client. I'm happy till here, right? Now these people nowadays, they are expected to deploy the models. Now there is a confusion because they're not software engineers. Data scientists, yes, they have basic knowledge, but they are not expert like data engineers, right? So what is lacking? A lot of things are lacking. So they say two data scientists is needed. Data collection, model building, model deployment, sorry, model validation till that stage. But 20 or 12 data engineers are needed only for deployment and maintenance. So deployment and maintenance is not an easy task, right? So we are not expecting data scientists to be expert in deployment. Similarly, we are not expecting data engineers to be expert in machine learning, but it's a mandatory thing nowadays to know at least to some extent. Data engineers should know to some extent ML and statistics. Data scientists should know a lot of things from the deployment side. Now, for a data analyst and data scientist like me, there are a lot of data scientists and data analysts who are actually lacking the experience of deployment. Why? Because 90% of the data science model in real time, it is actually failing. So if you're working in any organization, you will hardly get a chance where you will able to deploy your model. Mostly it's a POC kind of thing you will do. But when it comes to deployment, it's not about deploying once and going, right? So for deployment, you have a lot of option you can create. So okay, you have data, you have collected the data, that data collection is done, you have collected the data. And then what you have done, you have pre-processed the data. Data cleaning is done. Data cleaning is done, right? So you don't need anyone, you're independently, you are able to do. After that, model building. So you have built the model, you know ML, you know deep learning. So you have model building is done, right? Model building is done. Now model validation is also done, right? Model validation is also done. Now from here, the real challenge started. Let's say it's a buy-in, then how to deploy your model. So you have a lot of options. You can create Flask or some app, you can deploy on cloud. For deployment, it's not like one time you have deployed. For deployment, you have to take care of a lot of things. For example, you have created a Power BI dashboard and that you want to deploy, right? Let's say you have deployed once, you have understood and you have deployed once. I'm just explaining the difference between DevOps and ML ops, right? So what happens here is you have created a nice website and you have deployed your model. And this is 2022. Let's say December you have deployed. Now what happened? 2023, right? COVID reoccur. And because of that external factor, lot of things changes, right? It's not like one time you have deployed, the model over time will decay the performance, right? The performance of the model will decay over time. Performance of the model decay over time means what? We have different kind of drifts. So when you go detail, you will understand. So model performance can be actually decaying because of concept drift, because of data drift. So there are a lot of different like kind of drifts. So let's say what happened in 2023 March. Till that time it was nice, but after 2023 the model started. Let's say initially it was 90% accuracy, right? But initially it started 90 and then 80 and then initially it started decaying. The client complained, right? Okay, model is not working. Now this person, the data scientist who has done all of these things, is busy with some other work or maybe left the organization. Do you think this data engineer will come and help rebuilding the model? Answer is no. Even if a new data scientist is coming, he will not be knowing because of everything he has done in his local system, where he has done local. And then he has not documented, he has not given KT and left the organization. What will happen? The new person who is coming to the organization, he will be going mad. Okay, what is happening here? Again, he has to start from where? From here, because he has no idea, no documentation, no automated process. So it's a manual thing. Locally, he's doing and then deploying. So he will start data collection, cleaning, building everything from scratch. Again, the client cannot wait because let's say it's a SaaS product, right? Every month they are giving some price for the software that they are using. So they will start complaining. It should be done immediately. So do you think a new person who joined will understand the entire stack and kind of address this immediately, maybe within 24 hours or within one day? Answer is no. So this entire thing is failing here, right? So are you getting? So the problem in real time situation is the model drift is the problem. What is model drift and which will not happen in DevOps, right? This model drift is the major difference between MLOps and DevOps. So DevOps means you are like a kind of a software, which is a kind of, okay, you have maintained it once, but over time it is not going to decay. But a machine learning model, definitely 99.9% chances that most of the time the machine learning model will not work after certain time window, maybe 1 month, maybe 5 months, maybe 1 year. So a lot of things can be a reason. We call it model drift. So what is model drift? Model drift refers to degradation of model's prediction power due to changes in the environment. I have given you an example of COVID. You have predicted that, okay, in January 2021 your cells will be this per unit wise, your cells will be this amount. That's a prediction model. Now, COVID happened, nobody came out of the home. Entire model prediction goes wrong. So in this case, the model performance degradation happens because of external environment, right? And maybe sometimes, and what are the causes of model drift, right? So the first cause can be concept drift. So again, these are very specific terminologies I'm using. If you're not understanding this, perfectly fine. What I'm talking here is the model will not perform as you have seen in the initial phases because of any of this reason. There can be concept drift, there can be data drift, right? Data drift means the data itself is changing. Concept means the concept is changed. Upstream data changes. There can be some upstream data changes, right? So there can be multiple reason, right? Why the model will not perform better. So let us not go in detail because of any of the reason, right? Let's say the model started decaying or not working or performance degradation happens. What is the solution? What is the solution? Immediately you need to retrain your model with the latest data. So what is the solution here? The solution is here does not work. Okay, retrain. So immediately there should be an automated process which will again go here, take the new data within hours, entire new model it should create based on the recent data. Let's say predicting for January, maybe you will take the December data and immediately you will retrain your model, you will validate your model, and kind of again you will kind of deploy your model. But the thing is, how you will know this? First of all, you need to create a system to monitor your data performance. Then only you will understand, okay, the performance is not working. So before the client tell you, you need to understand. Before the client come and complain, your system should identify the model is not performing in a way that it should perform, and immediately you should take corrective measure, right? So lot of complexity is there in real time. Real time data science solutions are not only on Jupyter notebooks. And so this is the course, and which is a very highly demanded course, and I can give you in written. You can try for ML architect role, you can try for product manager role, you can try for AWS or different cloud platform solution architect role. You can try for data scientist manager or any kind of senior position role. If you are handling any kind of such role, you should be having knowledge of both data science and data engineering. It is not like only one thing. If you're a junior person, okay, you're starting your career, maybe people will only expect you. But when you come, you're like after certain years, you have to manage everything. So that is the kind of real challenge. And let's say I'm not using cloud, right? I will do everything myself, right? So what I will do is I will do everything myself, right? Open source. Yes, you can do it. But the problem is lot of skill set is required. Nobody's kind of the like, okay, what all are the things that you need to do, right? To kind of make it open source. If you see the ML ops life cycle, first you need to do first of nothing but data preparation. It starts from data preparation. So I'll write data preparation is nothing but collecting data from the data sources and cleaning the data and all. Then you will do maybe EDA or maybe cleaning and everything, right? So once you have done that, right? So once you have done that, what you will do is you will validate your model or maybe build your model. And then what you will do, you will kind of validate your model, build and validate, and then you will deploy your model. So deploy once you have done, it's not ending here. After that, you have to have a system for monitoring your model, monitor. So just now I have shown you an example. If the performance is degrading, you should able to catch that degradation faster than the client, like faster, at least very quickly you should identify, because if the client will know that, right? So bad thing, right? So before the client knows, you have to fetch it automatically through the system, and that is something called your monitoring system. And once you have monitored, right, once you have monitored, sometimes you have to understand if something is going wrong. Let's say the model is degrading, concept drift. So you need to identify what kind of degradation it is because of you need to answer, right? Okay, I am your client. I have taken a service from you, and you are saying the service that I have taken is not working. Definitely, I'll ask you why it is not working, and you are answerable to me because I'm paying to you. So, how to answer? First, you need to understand yourself. Real time systems are very complex. It will, and you don't have time to answer. Maybe within some hours, you need to give a report to the client why the model is not working. You need to tell, okay, see, there's no problem with our model algorithm. Maybe the data input that you have given is completely changed because of external factor like COVID. That's why the model is not working. And don't worry, we'll fix it. Maybe we'll retrain it, and you will get a new model with good accuracy within 1 day or 2 day time, right? So to do that, first you need to understand why the model is degrading. That's called concept drift, data drift. So that you need to identify reason of drifting and all, right? So that we call basically review. We can say it review. Review means what? You're reviewing why the model is not working or the model is working. So what is the review? That once you have done, based on a review, you need to retrain your model sometimes. It is a kind of not mandatory step, but yes. Normally, even if it is working fine, we need to retrain in a certain amount of time window. We need to retrain our model. And then again, maybe we need to repeat this cycle, or yeah, I mean, there are a lot of steps in it. It's a very simple step I have written. So once you build and validate, basically we register our model. We don't always build and validate because it's time consuming and space consuming. So this registration of model happens. This actually we will use to serve in real time, right? So there are a lot of steps in between. I'm just making it simple. Otherwise you will be confused. It's a very simple kind of tool, and we call it model orchestration, right? So this is the basic machine learning or ML ops life cycle. This can be done without using cloud. For example, for all of this, I will use, you already know, I can use pandas, I can use NumPy, and I can use Plotly, or maybe Power BI or Tableau, and I can use sklearn, right, for machine learning, or maybe PyTorch or Keras kind of platform to build a model. For deploy the model, I can use Flask, right? I can use Django to create a API kind of thing, or maybe I can deploy it on cloud, let's say AWS or Azure or anywhere I can deploy, right? And again, for kind of model registration, model versioning is there, reproducibility. So you cannot simply dump your model, right, after validating. So here comes Dockerization of your model. So for that, again, you model registering. So you need to use ML Flow. This is open source tool for model artifact registering, for model version registering and all. Apart from that, you can again Dockerize your things. So Docker. So once you have containerization is done, then you can send it to any platform to deploy it. I'm just telling you the number of tools that you need to learn, right? If you're not going to cloud. So again, yeah, sometimes if you want to scale, you have to understand Kubernetes, because you know what is Kubernetes and all. So you need to understand a lot of things, ML flow, and sometimes to monitor here. Okay, how to monitor? Let's say you have deployed Flask. So there is something called Evently AI, so which is open source tool. And like this, we have bunch of tools, 10, 15. So you can use that for monitoring, and maybe you can again use some front end, maybe some front end UI you can use to visualize and then read. So can you understand just how complex it becomes if you're going for open source? And lot of learning things is there. So you are a data scientist, you will focus on learning these things, or you will focus on learning these things. You cannot be expert in everything, isn't it? Yes, it's possible. I'm not saying impossible, but it's very difficult. You have to learn Docker, you have to learn Kubernetes, you have to learn ML flow, you have to learn sometime Azure and AWS or Flask. We don't know where they will deploy. Sometimes Streamlit, right? These are the apps kind of creation kind of sites or apps. Streamlit is a package which will help you without much knowledge in coding. You can create web apps, or maybe you can use Evently AI. It's a lot of things along with this. And also these things are growing, right? We have reinforcement learning, we have NLP, we have deep learning. So you will focus on this area or these areas. That's why there is a great demand, but till today nobody is able to do this. So don't panic. Actually the situation is same. No data scientist is expert in deployment. Hardly you will find 1% or less than 1%. Everybody is learning. What is the solution for all this problem, right? This is a genuine problem. This is there in real time, right? And you have to address it. It's not like you can skip it. You have to address it, and the answer is cloud. And I have researched a lot, and then I found Azure is the best one. And why Azure and what we are learning? Yes, in this course I will give you a brief. Maybe I'll take you end to end. One project I will, it's a complete hands-on course. So there is nothing called theory, right? I'm not here to teach you Python basics, or I'm not here to teach you pandas and NumPy. So I'll expect you know the basic Python. I'll expect you have basic understanding. If you are from non-technical background, you have zero software engineering experience. Either you should have software engineering experience, or you should have data science experience. Then only you should enroll for this course. If you're a complete non-technical, non-programmer kind of background, I'll strongly suggest first you take either the DevOps course or you should take my data science course. Then only you should take this course as the next level, because there is a prerequisite for this course, right? We are not, because we have a lot of important things to teach. I will assume you already know Python when you enroll for this course, right? If you don't know, this 1 month time is there. Please learn Python, and there are some other requirements like SQL, Python. These are the kind of prerequisite. Before you come to this, you should know that, right? But what I will do is I will show you an end-to-end project without using cloud. Entire ML ops stack I will implement. What I will do, I'll take a data from SQL Server, right? I will kind of create a pipeline which will fetch data automatically from the SQL Server. And then I will have two different scripts. One is cleaning and one is EDA. Once that is done, I have one more script which will do the building part and validation part. And then what I will do is I will register my model artifacts, model versioning, everything using ML flow. Once that is done, I will show you how to Dockerize your content, like containerization, how to do using Docker, right? Entire project. And then I will show you Streamlit. It's a free open source Python package to create quickly the web apps, right? How to deploy your model and kind of create a web apps quickly. And then also I will show you Evently AI to monitor like concept drift and data drift. And then finally, I'll show you how to kind of retrain your model. So entire pipeline, it will take 2 weeks to 3 weeks time just to complete one project. And that we will do manually without using cloud, right? And if your company is not encouraging cloud, this project will definitely help you to build the entire pipeline. Now, next thing is our Azure machine learning. So this is our major topic. And the entire course since last 15 minutes I'm talking is only because to introduce you why this Azure ML is so important. Why can't you do manually? Yes, you can do manually, but it's also open source, like free of cost, but lot of effort is needed. And in real time, a lot of other things comes into picture that I have not even discussed, like security concern, data governance, a lot of things are there. But like leaving all of those things, this entire course is to make you understand about Azure machine learning stack. So what is Azure machine learning stack? Azure machine learning is a cloud service for accelerating and managing your machine learning project lifecycle. Rather, I will say complete MLOps lifecycle. So just even if you, I will encourage software engineers also to take this course because you don't need machine learning knowledge. We will be using auto ML packages. So without having machine learning knowledge, or if you're a data scientist, you know machine learning is very good. You can actually train, deploy, and manage within seconds. So you can train your model, this entire stack that I told, train your model, like clean your model data, train or build your model, deploy your model, and manage your model within seconds without having any kind of difficulty. Anyone can understand this. It's a so easy stack, and like it's a very high on demand course. Many of the real time people, they need it, right? So we will be learning about Azure Machine Learning Studio. So what is Azure Machine Learning Studio? So it will help us to automate machine learning, everything. So we can create our building model, automated ML we can use. Hyperparameter tuning will come automatically. If you're working in a deep learning project, image labeling and text labeling will come automatically. Annotation will come automatically, right? They have 200 plus services. We will be discussing around 7 services, right, which is needed for us. And what all are those 7 services? So the first one is your Azure machine learning. Along with that, Azure Databricks. Along with that, yes, so the database is very necessary. So Azure SQL and all, right? So data factory. So all of those things in detail we will discuss. But let me tell you how the course is structured and like what all are the things, like the flow of the course, right? What, from where we will start and what we will understand. So I cannot directly jump to Azure because you need a little bit of revision of the last topic. So week 1 or when you join the first week, we will revise the things which is needed. First is your Git. I know a lot of people already know, but it's a quick revision. If you don't know, it will help. It's not a complete course. Again, I'm expecting you to know Git, but if you don't know, it's a quick revision for you. And there's a very, very quick Python crash course, very quick. So Python crash course, you can expect me to cover in 3 to 4 days. Quickly, I'll take you through the things that we have studied, like pandas and then some visualization tool and all, right? Followed by Git. And then I think, yeah, so basics about all of these things, prerequisite, all the prerequisite will cover in week 1. And then in week 2 onwards, actually the syllabus starts. I'll start from very basic. So I'll not jump into Azure first. As I said, day 1 is a hands-on project, right? So here also I'll give you a background about machine learning. It may go to week or maybe 7 to 8 classes. What is machine learning? What is regression? What is classification? Not detail like derivation and all. If you want that, please join my data science course. But this is at high level. Like if you don't know machine learning, how you will understand without going detail about the math, just the high level understanding. So once you have all of this, then in week 2, I will actually take a project, a data set, right? A data set. So one data set will be from semi-structured data. Maybe it's a regression or classification project. And one will be from deep learning. It will be an image data, right? It will be an image data because the platform is a little different. So I'll explain both, right? So to start with, I'll take a simple regression or classification data set. Entire ML ops, I will show you in kind of, and this is a lot of R&D I have done. Almost like 1 month it took to come with a best tool and best thing to select, right? And it will take 2 weeks of time. So week 2 and week 3, 2 weeks of time is all ML ops without using cloud. ML ops without cloud, right? So a lot of things you will learn in this project. You will be learning about Streamlit. You will be learning about ML flow. You will be learning about Evently AI. You will be learning about what is model drift, concept drift, data drift, how to identify. You will be learning about what is machine learning and what is auto ML, how to deploy. You will be learning about packaging your model using Docker and all, right? Very important. So what is Docker, how to package your model using Docker and why it is needed. And you will also be understanding a proper production code. It will not be only Jupyter. It will be kind of in a proper packaging module, kind of Python module packages, all of those format you will see your code. So I'm expecting you, if you are not familiar, please go through packaging and module chapter. I'll give you a brief here, module and packages, but yes. So entire thing we will complete. Now, what we will do is from week 4 onwards, we will be starting the Azure stack, right? So in the week 4, what we will discuss is we'll discuss introduction to Azure ML. So before that, some basics are needed, right? Like how to, what is cloud computing? What is Azure? How to create your account? What is availability zone? So all of those things. So week 4 is a kind of introduction, you can say. Week 4 is an introduction, right? And then in the same week 4, we will understand what is virtual machine, Azure virtual machine, what is Azure compute, what is Azure storage. So a lot of detail about different services Azure provide. So basically Azure fundamentals, you can say. And then we will start our topic from week 5 onwards, where the first thing is nothing but Azure, introduction to Azure Machine Learning Studio. So Azure ML Studio, right? And in this particular course, what we will discuss, so how to analyze and manage our data, how to construct data sets, how to compose solution to manage data drips and deal with sensitive data. So what we have done here, right, week 2 and week 3 manually, week 5 and week 6, we will be using cloud to do this. Same thing we will repeat. Model building, model deployment, model retraining, model concept drift, containerization, everything, but using cloud we will do, right? Also, in the meantime, I will discuss about Azure Databricks. If the data set is huge, you can use Spark framework or maybe streaming. Let's say the data that you're working with is a streaming data. So you can use Spark streaming platform, right? So all of those things, Azure Databricks and all, we will discuss along with ML Studio, right? So all of these things we will discuss in week 5, week 6, and maybe week 7, right? Maybe week 7. And then finally, once you understood everything, the last module, week 8 is a kind of bonus kind of thing where we will understand AWS SageMaker Studio. So whatever we have done in Azure ML Studio, it will be very in-depth. Entire ML ops you will understand using Azure. But sometimes the company are also kind of, they are requiring some like AWS kind of thing. So you can also understand AWS SageMaker. And maybe week 8 and week 9, I will explain you entire thing how to do using AWS. So what you can do is when you are kind of applying for jobs, you can actually handle the ML ops in any way. Way number one is you can handle your ML ops using manually, right? Manually in the sense open source, not manually. It is also automated, but all the things like open source. Open source means what? You no need to pay for anything, right? Complete open source. But the problem is a lot of tools, and it's not like today it is ML flow. Maybe after 5 days, after 5 months or 1 year, maybe some other tool will come which is better than that. So continuous learning will be there, and it's a lot of coding is required. So open source, how to do, you will understand. You will do how to do ML ops using Azure platform. You will understand. Also, you will understand how to do ML ops using AWS. So these three things will be done at the end of the course, right? So that is my goal. So who can take this course? Anyone can take this course. So after, I will strongly encourage everyone. Like if you're a software engineer and have zero knowledge in machine learning, absolutely fine. That I will take care. Yes, I cannot guarantee you I will teach you machine learning in depth because we have a separate course where we actually discuss machine learning in depth. But at least in this course at high level, you will understand. Leaving the math aside, leaving the algorithm details, right? You will at least understand the business perspective at high level, what exactly that algorithm is doing. A lot of things you will understand. What is regression? What is semi-structured? What is structured data? What is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning, right? So what is the difference between supervised and what is deep learning? What is machine learning? What are the life cycle of a data science project, right? Why you need to retrain the model, what is concept drift, what is model drift. So these are universal concept. According to me, everyone should know. As a data professional, this is universal course. So ML ops is not only for data scientists. This is, yes, it will make you a very upgraded version of data scientist. Also, it will make you a very upgraded version of data engineer. So I think this is very important concept. Who, like, it's a universal concept, and everyone can take this course, right? And you can search in internet. I doubt you will get, this is not there. So you can see that I have, for last 2 months I am researching, I'm downloading. You will not get this content everywhere, right? The syllabus is not there, the topics are new. And the problem, I'll tell you, it's not about designing the syllabus, delivering the topics. A real-time professional who is an expert in data engineering and data science both only can teach you this, right? In fact, I am also not expert. Nobody is expert in ML ops. Everyone is exploring. So recently I have upgraded myself in last 1 year, in 2022. That was my goal, to upgrade myself to ML ops. And to some extent, I know, I will say I'm not expert, but yes, like I have explored how much I can, right? And that I want to deliver. Is this clear? Any doubt? I know this is very messy presentation, but I have not prepared anything, but I think you got the message, right? What is this course is about and all. And we will have a lot of demo sessions. Actually, we have not started anything. So after the Christmas and everything is gone, New Year, right? January 1st onwards, I'll share you the detailed syllabus, but this is what you will get. 3 projects, entire course actually have 3 projects, and one project will take 2 weeks of time. Entire end-to-end application I'll show you. In this you will, maybe a simple project, maybe regression or classification we will do. In ML ops Azure, I will be talking about deep learning project. In the ML ops AWS, maybe a Spark project. So 3 different projects, you will get complete idea, right? So that is my agenda. It's a very simple, very straightforward approach, right? So take a data set and deploy it in real time, end to end, right? And the projects are different types. So you'll get different flavors. Okay, if it's a deep learning project, a lot of things are there, like image project. You have to annotate your image, labeling your image, text project. So it can be either deep learning in the sense image or text, right? So the entire stack is different. You will understand here ML ops, AWS, Spark, how to use Spark, or maybe like, are you getting? So different big data project, deep learning project, ML, any project, how to operationalize it. That idea you will get.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I have to leave at 11. So I have asked a question in message chat.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just I have stopped sharing, right? I'll take questions now. A lot of questions. So yeah.
Just regarding the timing, I'm asking.
Timing, yes. So the timing is an issue, but I'll take majority and then we'll decide. So is it okay 7:15 to 8:15 morning?
Yeah, for same thing I was asking. For working professional, if it is compatible, then it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm also working professional. After 9:30, 10, I have also calls. I'm not available. Evening also have calls. So only availability is morning 7:15 or maybe 8:15. Any two time you can pick, right? I'm okay. Yeah. So I think 7:15 will be good because morning calls, office and other things are there. Now most of you are going to office, right? It's a hybrid or on-site mode. So better to connect early and finish early so that you will be free. Is that okay, everyone? 7:15?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Sasmitha. Okay. I would like to know, is there any weekend batch or that would be better because
yeah. So weekend batch also we can start. Yes, weekend also I'm available. Let's start this 7:15 one first. And there is a plan to start weekend batch also, right? But maybe it will be little delayed because once this batch is formed, we will start that batch based on the number of enrollments and other things, right? So as of now, you can expect mid of January or end of January, we are planning to start weekend batch. But starting of next month, we are planning to start the weekday batch because most people will be preferring weekday batch, right? Am I correct? And yes, there is a difference. And weekday batch will be regular every day, and weekend will be, weekends we will connect. And yeah, so weekend batch we will start maybe end of January. Or we can plan one more batch at 8:15, right? People who are not kind of free. We will decide about the second batch timing later, but the first batch timing, I'm thinking it will be 7:15 morning, right? Okay. So what is the prerequisites to join this? And I will answer this. This is very important. The only prerequisite is there are certain prerequisites I'll explain. The first one is Python, right? I'm not here to teach you Python again. Because this is a kind of advanced course, right? I'm expecting you should be either a software engineer or any data professional, right? Data professional means you can be a data scientist, data engineer, or data analyst who can take this course. So Python at expert level or at least intermediate level is needed. It's not about core Python. You should also know some detail about package, module and packages. So I'll tell you what all things are needed. Pandas, NumPy, Plotly, and then all of those data science like core Python, like variable functions, exception handling. And I'm strongly telling you to learn about package and modules because entire project we will write in modular packaging way, right? So what is a package? How to create a package in Python? What is module, right? A little bit of that knowledge is needed. Second thing that I'm expecting is GitHub. So any one version control, we are using Git. So if you don't know, I'll give you a quick revision kind of thing we will do, but we cannot go in detail about Git. So I'm expecting you to know these two things and some basic knowledge about cloud computing will be good. Otherwise, that is my responsibility. I'll take you through that. So cloud computing is not needed. I will take you through, but Python and Git knowledge is needed. Is it clear? Now, if you are a software engineer or data scientist or data analyst, already you know this. So that is the prerequisite. Okay, do you have to learn scikit-learn? Okay, one more question I will tell you. For software engineers, you don't know machine learning. So how you will understand, right? I will teach you in this entire course machine learning without math. Is it clear? Machine learning without math means what? I will explain you the entire how to inference the results of machine learning. What is the model is doing? What is the algorithm is doing? The coding wise you will understand. because understanding machine learning itself is a huge thing. You have to take again 2 months of course. We have a data science course, or maybe you can join parallelly. We'll start 2 batches parallelly. So in one batch, you will understand machine learning in depth. In depth means what? Entire derivation, everything we will understand. But here, as a data engineer, I think it is okay for you if you understand at high level. For example, you will be knowing lot of machine learning terminology after taking this course. Like what? What do you mean by building a model? What exactly we do in that model building page? What do you mean by validating a model? What do you mean by cleaning a model? What is an outlier? How to treat your outlier? What is a missing value? How to clear your missing values? Visualization, why I need to do a histogram? Why not a pie chart? So the coding aspect you will understand. Okay, regression, what is a regression algorithm? What it exactly doing? What is the difference between supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning? What is auto ML? Without knowing machine learning, how to kind of run machine learning algorithms. So for software engineering engineers, this is a very, very, very good course. You will understand machine learning from a business perspective, or mostly a real-time perspective or coding perspective. Is this clear?
Ma'am, hello.
Yeah.
Ma'am, actually, I am not a working professional. So can I join this course?
May I know your background? Like,
I'm learning data science from DURGASOFT.
okay, no, if you already know the data science course, if you have taken from, you have already taken data science course, definitely you can join this course. You will understand, even though you are not, because you already know a lot of things. It's just very simple things, like difficult things you have already learned, right? So these are simple as compared to that. Only
Yes,
thing
I
is
have
putting it together is a difficult thing, which we will discuss. So if you
Okay.
have already taken data science course, definitely you can join this course, even if you are not working. And all the software engineers, even if you don't know machine learning, you still should take this course, because at least a lot of jargons will be clear to you, right? It's we will do machine learning, but coding wise will not I will try my best. Maybe in the data science batch regression, we are talking regression for 1 week. In this particular course, maybe regression, I will talk about maybe 2 days or 3 days. Are you getting? So detailed derivation, I will skip the math part. Rest all I will explain, because understanding in detail will take a lot of time. Is it clear? So all the software engineers, all the data scientists, everyone can enroll for this course, right?
Well, for enrolling, what we have to do, or we will automatically get the mails?
You will get like automatic mails once it is the timing and date. Date is decided January 1st week. We are skipping this December because a lot of people, even I myself, going for a vacation for 1 week, and a lot of people will not be available, right? So January 1st week, first Monday of January, right, will be the first demo session. And before Monday, maybe Sunday, we will have a proper demo where I will directly talk about the curriculum, right? The fees will be same. Fees will be the fees is going to be high, maybe after 1 or 2 batch. But for your batch, as we are starting, it will be 16,000, same, right? And if you are a previous student of DURGASOFT Data Science batch, you will get some discount. You can talk regarding that to ma'am.
Okay.
I think for them it is less. I think I'm not sure how much they. I will not be able to talk now. Maybe January I will tell you, but definitely you'll get some discount if you are already a data science student. But for others, if it is data science, or maybe if you are DURGASOFT student, you will get some discount. Otherwise, the fees will be 16,000, which is very nominal, right? And you can actually search, because I have done it myself. You will not get a single course which is consolidated everything together, right? It's a very, very cream course, you can say. There are courses in Udemy, courses in Coursera where only Azure ML is there. They will not talk about manually open source tool, how to kind of implement. There are courses only about AWS. There are courses where you will only understand maybe one part of it, not the complete thing. So this is the only course, and only, I think, I mean, you can see like a lot of people, they sell MLOps as a DevOps. So I have downloaded some of the syllabus, and they have mentioned MLOps, but in MLOps, they're teaching DevOps concept like Jenkins, and then GitHub, and then Kubernetes, and then Docker. So it's a DevOps course, right? How it is ML Ops. ML Ops means machine learning model you're operationalizing. Are you getting? There is a difference. So many core syllabus, they are kind of actually not proper, I will say. Because ML Ops means you need to learn machine learning models, how to deploy Azure Databricks, Azure ML Studio, AWS SageMaker. So it's not about cloud computing. It's about the services, whatever is related to data science, knowing those services from cloud. That is ML Ops. And those services also, you have huge list. Picking the right service from AWS and Azure, which will actually automate your entire ML Ops stack. Also, without cloud, let's say some company, they want, like my company, they want to do everything themselves. Because cloud is not free, right? So that also you should be able to do, right? Which we are covering in this course. So, I mean, this is one of the very rare course you will get. I can give you in writing. You can actually search in internet and let me know if you are getting a course which covers everything that I have told. 3 projects, 3 different way, 3 different platforms, open source, Azure and AWS together. It will definitely boost your CV. You can mention keywords like AWS SageMaker, Azure Databricks, Azure Data Factory, right? Azure Machine Learning Studio, Concept Drift, Model Drift, ML Flow. You can Docker, right? Kubernetes. I'm not teaching you Kubernetes, but it is not needed. Without very minimal knowledge, you can implement using Azure, right? So these all things are very, 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 very important. Definitely will be kind of unique, or your CV, like it will be very, very, it will be a CV booster after taking this course, right? I did my master's in mathematics. Can it help for better opportunity? Currently working as a database developer. What will be the best career path? Mathematics, master's in mathematics. So data science is the best career path for you. Data science is just the name, behind the scene, it is maths, right? And you already know you already know database. So that's a very good thing. So I think for you, from mathematics background means data science is kind of very relevant field for you. Okay. Every question I have answered, anything that you want to ask. This is just a awareness kind of session. Proper demo we will start next month. 1 month before I have scheduled this so that you will prepare yourself. Because this is not a course we will start from scratch, right? This is a course where I'm expecting you to know the Python and Git. If you don't know this, please prepare yourself and you can enroll, right? Okay, so I think, yeah, so this video I will upload in GitHub, sorry, in YouTube. Maybe DURGASOFT will upload, you will get it from there. Okay, thank you everyone. I think we are all good. I have answered all your queries. If you have more queries, you can always ask me when we start the demo. Yeah.
Yes, my name is Bhishm and I'm from non-technical background.
Yes.
So may I know, is this course suitable for me? Like I'm not from max background or something, and which is the best for me?
Yeah, maths are not requiring, because anyway you are not going to kind of machine learning in depth, like derivation and all. I'm not any. If you want that, you can enroll for data science course, which will start parallelly with this, right? If it is starting 7:15, data science will start 8:15. So there you will get in-depth knowledge about each and every algorithm. But coming from a non-technical background, as I am saying, one thing that I'm expecting from you is Python. Programming knowledge you should have. Python in the sense, the core Python and module packages and everything you should know, and Git knowledge you should have. Even though you don't know GitHub, I will explain maybe in the class. But Python, I'm expecting you to know. Otherwise, I don't think you will understand.
Okay.
Right? Because yeah, I mean, Python, you have 1 month of time. So expert level of Python is required, in the sense the package, module, oops concept, exception handling, file handling, function, variable, data structure, pandas, numpy, plotly, all of these things I need from you to understand.
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
Yeah. And yes, so that is what it is. And if you have any further queries, definitely you can reach out to me and we can discuss.
Okay. On this, What's your mail ID or something? Will you share with?
Yeah, my mail ID, you can get me, you can find me on LinkedIn. My sasmitha.tripplit@gmail.com, right? My name is SASMITA, sasmitha.tripplit@gmail.com. But I will encourage you should come through DurgaSoft. But in case any question, you can always directly reach out to me.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You can mail me,
Durga
no
Soft.
problem.
Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
actually next session.
Yes, so this I am out of station from 12th to 19th. Once I'm back, I think you all people will not be available because of this thing, right? Last week of December, we'll have a demo session, and then January first week onwards, we'll have class.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
So in the next session, you already know the content, but in detail, I will tell you. Okay.
Ma'am, in how many days course is completed?
2 months. I told you, right? Week wise. So 8 weeks. And we have regular classes every day.
And Saturday, Sunday also?
Saturday, Sunday, let's see if it is, and it's a complete hands-on course. Maybe Saturday, Sunday, we can keep it for practical sessions. So it's not kind of theory class, right? Day one, we will have practical. So whatever I am doing, you should do along with me, maybe after the class, or I don't know how. So once I have completed one concept, yeah, there are some concept I will explain, but mostly entire 2 months will be hands-on. So Saturday, Sunday, we can have some practical sessions where I can give you a small project and tell you to complete it end to end, right? So it's a practical kind of sessions, you can say, but Monday to Friday, we will discuss the topics, right? So it's a theory plus practical combined. I forgot about ML and other stacks. So many people are from software engineering background. For them, I will be explaining ML also, machine learning. Having said that, it's not a kind of, it's a mix. So you should understand what you are doing, right? You are building a model, but what do you mean by building a model? What do you mean by cleaning a data? What do you mean by validating a model? What are the key terms? Like, what do you mean by confusion matrix? How to validate a model? What is supervised? What is all of these things will be very clear to everyone. Even if you are from software engineering background, everyone will be cleared about this, right? Okay, so I mean, theory is also needed, so it's a mostly practical, but some theories also we will discuss, like ML and then drift. So if a model is drifting, you will see some results from the tool, but how to identify what is that result is about? What do you mean by concept drift? Why concept drifts happen? How to identify it? So a lot of things you will learn, right? Okay, so thank you everyone. Let us connect end of this December, and again let's start the course from January onwards.